Look, man, Barca tried. Barcelona tried. They did their best, but I think at the end of the day, it wasn't as bad as we thought because people thought it would be a lubrication. People thought it would be a rebirth. People thought that this would be an adoption. So even though the score was not as bad as what it was, there is clearly a golfing class between these two sides. And in the post Messi Cristiano era, I think the new main superstar of this Clasico might just be a dude called Vini freaking Jr. Let's get it. So look, man. So obviously the United Liverpool game is currently going on. So I'm just keeping my tabs on it to the side. But El Clasico. Okay, there's beef. There's beef. There's beef. There's beef. Cristiano has beef. They want to fight, and they want to fight. So basically, El Clasico. Barcelona are not very good. These guys are lost, and somebody needs to explain to me exactly why and for what reason. And for what reason did Ansu Fati play as a striker? That's what I want to know. So for Koeman, first of all, you're playing Dest as a wide attacker, and then you're also playing Ansu Fati as a striker. Where Cristiano just got a yellow card. So already that sets up. Tell me from Koeman, do you have any idea what you're doing? Because I'm not sure that Homeboy did. I'm not sure he had really any idea what the hell this guy was freaking doing. First 10 minutes. First 10 minutes, Barcelona looked all right. Barcelona actually looked all right for the first 10, 15 minutes. They were not really creating that much, but they were restricting Real Madrid for really getting any cheddar. But what I was always saying to myself was, this is a marathon, not a sprint, and we have to look at what's going to happen over 90 minutes. So even if for 10, 15 minutes, these guys looked good, I was okay, what are you now going to do further on? And I think that as once Real Madrid got the momentum and then once they really began to now say what's up, the best player on the pitch showed himself, which was Vinicius Jr. And for Barcelona, it's going to be a tough season because I'm looking at these guys, and yeah, this is the team who had to rely on a defender, Gerard Piqué, to get their winning goal. Because between Depay, Fati, and all these guys, I don't see any ideas. I see no imagination. I see no creativity. I don't know where these goals are going to come from. I don't know where these goals are going to come from, man. So for Real, and that's basically the difference between these sides is very simple here. For Barcelona, you have like a team that's trying to figure themselves out. And you have a guy called Frenkie de Jong who, bro, I don't even know what this guy's on. Because the committee was even saying, the Frenkie de Jong that we saw at Ajax, and even the Frenkie de Jong that we see for Holland, bro, this guy is a full-on shadow of himself for Barcelona. He's a full-on shadow of himself. So my thing is this, man. For Real Madrid, the individuals, when Real Madrid attacked, I had more belief that they could do something. Depay, you can see he's good, but he's a bit limited in what he can do. Compare him to Benzema. Whenever Benzema has the ball, you just feel like if the guy has so much skill sets in his toolbox, he can hit you at any point. This thing about Vinicius. My issue with Vinicius has always been hot and cold. He's not always consistent. But what this guy is, he's a true Brazilian. And if you look, because really, there was a chance where people thought it was going to be a penalty. Bro, he adopted Mingueza. He adopted him. He fully adopted Mingueza right in there. That obviously did lead to the penalty. And even when you look at the Real Madrid goal, you could tell that Vinicius, they had issues with trying to break him down. And there was nobody on Barca's side who really had the kind of skills, dribbling ability. Oh, Lord. Liverpool have just scored a fourth. I'm sorry, Liverpool have just scored a fourth. Liverpool have just scored a fourth. Basically, we'll address with United Liverpool. We're gonna. Oh my god. We'll address that afterwards. Don't worry, guys. We're going to address this afterwards. Lord in heaven, we're going to address this afterwards. So, because I just have to just wait until this match ends. Oh my Lord in heaven, Liverpool have just got a fourth. So back to this Real Madrid Barcelona thing, because look, the match is here. That goal from Alaba. Do you know how good that goal was? Because that is a strike from a defender. That is a strike from a defender. So for a defender to do and strike like that, bro, is different. And I think that's what he's always been able to freaking do, man. So so it's halftime now. Only man, only. Only God about only God. So look, I think all in all, man, you see, because remember, see, this is the weird thing. So people, a loss is a loss. So if you're Barcelona, you shouldn't be like, oh, at least it wasn't 5-0 or 4-0. No, you lost at home. And you lost to your fierce rivals at home. So whether you lost 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, you still lost at home. But I think more so is because Barcelona could have actually gotten something from this game. Because I thought Real Madrid would totally, completely shred Barca to bits. So you have to give, I know that we want to insult Koeman and we all call Koeman trash, but maybe we should give Koeman just a little bit of credit in how he didn't totally get himself exposed by Real Madrid in the way that he got exposed by Bayern Munich. But I think despite that, this Barca team, like when you watch them with Messi, Iniesta, Fabregas, Xavi, and so forth, they have so many ideas. And that's why they caused Real so many issues, because for Real Madrid, they were sweating because of the amount of triangles, passes, and movements and creativity and imagination and ideas that Barca had whenever they attacked. When you were looking at this team, it's you get the ball and the guy is spending like 5 seconds on the ball. And they're thinking so hard with what they want to try and do. And when you have players who are spending too long when they have the ball, that means the manager isn't doing something right. You see, when you have a quality tactic, which is what Ancelotti did, boom, 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 one touch. Because you can do one touch because we know where you're going to be, because we've trained hard in understanding which positions that we will take up when we have possession of the ball, which is what Barca did not have. So, like for Real Madrid, man, I mean, you see, it's weird because you say to yourself that they could have beaten Barcelona really badly. And I think that even though Vinicius Jr had a very good game, he was one of the most dangerous players. I do think over the course of 90 minutes, they sort of somehow found a way to handle him. But there is an induction. I have to announce an induction, and an induction is Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia is getting inducted. 100% this dude is getting inducted because he was so much at fault for that first goal in his positioning and the second goal. Bro, do you know when Asensio hit it, I was like, oh, look, it's Lucas Vazquez. Like, Garcia's going to clear clarity away. The fact that Lucas Vazquez, a guy that he looks like a noodle. The guy looks like a freaking peanut. The fact that you allowed Lucas Vazquez to overpower you and get that ball away, I'm like, nah, this is wild. So even though it's 2-1, you can clearly see that Real Madrid are just far better than Barcelona. And but this is what I also add as well. Everybody was saying it's going to be a beat down, fearful. Even Suleiman was saying, oh my God, it's going to be fearful. And it shows you how I was right in my preview in the sense of it's a derby. And because it's a derby, like, I'll be real with you. Yes, Barca did not look great and so forth. This was still a much more structured Barcelona than we've seen in previous games. Because people were assuming, no, Real are going to beat the living crap out of these guys. Like, this is going to be like a 4-1-5, or this is going to be a total, complete, utter beatdown. But they don't know this to say, what's up? And you know what's so funny? We had two guys who scored on their debut, and you say to yourself, I don't know whether Aguero was not fit or so forth, but if Aguero had started, that could have done something, because I don't know what Koeman was smoking by. How do you have Ansu Fati as your striker when this is clearly your best player? And when you have your best player playing in his best position, I don't know how guys have not figured out that if you're not used to playing striker, don't play striker. Striker is not just something that you can just play off in one game. You have to be used to playing that position. But no, but look, man, I mean, because remember, you have to think about this, like Alaba, it just shows you how good this guy is, because not only can this guy defend, not only can this guy cross the ball, but the state of that finish against a pretty decent keeper, that's pretty damn amazing. And to do something like that, apart from just having a strong defensive performance, but to score a goal like that. And when you look at the goal, he actually built up from the defense. So to score a goal like that just shows you why Real Madrid got him, because he's a guy who can score, who can cross, who can pass, who is good on the ball, and he can defend as well. And for a guy who is as multi-talented as that, you've got to say what's up to that freaking dude, man. So for Real Madrid, man, look, I feel that the pendulum has swung. And Barcelona will have to get, first of all, a new manager and new players before they're able to say what's up to Real Madrid. And I think for Real right now, even when you were looking at the game back at the Bernabeu at Real Madrid, it's going to be hard for me to see how Barca will beat Real Madrid, because for Barcelona, they have to improve fast. So there's so much improvement for them to have. And let's keep it real. Barcelona did not really come out and fully attack Real. And you could just tell that from their setup. They were fearful of what Real could do to them. They were fearful of what Vini and guys could do to them, because for Real Madrid, they really found it hard to really get into their groove, get time on the ball, and actually find space. But like, as I said again, it's Real Madrid are just they're the better side. They're the better team. And this could just be much more of an indication of where things are going to go ahead, which is the fact of whether it's Camp Nou or whether it's Bernabeu. Real Madrid are the far stronger side, but the key thing is with the individuals. Barcelona, they have no ideas. They have no ideas. As in, when they come out, I'm like, what is the idea here? And one of the worst things I've got to come out and say, Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong. I don't know what happened to this dude. Like, I put out a tweet and I was like, because I was like, wait a minute, is this guy playing? And then I just saw him moving around. I said, wait. So this guy is actually playing, because this guy was pretty useless. I've got to keep it real. This guy was pretty damn useless and anonymous, and I actually forgot that the guy was playing. So because again, for Sergio Busquets, it's much more of a defensive midfielder. So for one of your advanced midfielders to not really have any kind of effect on the game at the crib, bro, there's an issue here. There's a problem there, you know. But look, man, I mean, the thing with Vini is that if this guy just is consistent, because he is a bowler, like this guy can play, and this guy is trying to do things and trying to make things happen back in the old school way, in the terms of his skill set and the kind of ability that he has on the ball. But if he can, I swear to you, there were times in which Vinicius, man, you could have just played that ball to Benzema. You could just play it over to Benzema, and you could just see the frustration from Benzema. Because I don't know, because we don't know the fallout of that whole incident where he said, "Oh, it's like if he's playing against us." But I can just read body language. I think Benzema views Vinicius as like another professional. I'm not sure whether he fully respects it. I'm not sure whether the dude fully respects him, man. So that's just my take on that, man. But look, man, shout out to your Barca dudes, man. Like, guys, look, let's keep it real. It could have been bad. I mean, we're seeing what's happening with United right now. And we're seeing what's going to happen with United right now. So it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a way lot worse, man. So let me just take some of these dubs now. So from my boy Junior Koroma, man, thank you for the dub. Junior Koroma says, HH, Barcelona were trying so hard to stop Benzema, which led to Alaba scoring the opening goal. Oh no, you see, Junior, they had to gamble. And they knew that we have to focus on Benzema and Vinicius. Hence why Benzema had quite a difficult game. He still managed to do a few things, but you could tell that Koeman was like, you know what, go in hard on Benzema, because you know that if so much of what Real Madrid do so well is through Benzema. And this just shows you how good of a team performance it was by Real Madrid, because for that goal, you would assume that Benzema played that pass to Alaba, but no, it wasn't. It was Rodrigo. So, And that shows you the mark of a good team, that if your superstar is maxed out of the game or the opposition has a clear instructions to pretty much put the chokehold on the superstar, can other guys rise up and say what's up? And for Rodrigo, that was a beautiful, supremely well-timed pass to Alaba. And guys, that was a super G. That was a freaking super G. From Alex B, says 4 classical wins in a row. Guys, the pendulum has swung, and it's probably going to be 5. It's probably going to be 5. But yeah, that is insane. So Real Madrid have now won 4 classical wins. So basically, they've now won 4 classicals. So, and the 3 classicals they won before this, Messi was playing. So if they are able to beat Barcelona with Messi, without Messi, bro, these guys don't stand a chance. These guys do not stand a chance, man. So I think, look, for Barcelona, but you have to keep that in mind. With Messi, the guy who we know who he is, Real still managed to beat them home and away. So if you're now saying to me right now that without that what chance do Barcelona now have without Messi? They just had any chance, man. So this decade, unless Barca can rob a bank or something, this decade is going to be dominated by the Madrid teams. And this basically for at least the next 2 or 3 seasons, the title race is going to be between Atletico and Real. Basically, it's going to be the Battle of Madrid for the La Liga title. I think for Barcelona, unless they can somehow, some way, because they are broke, do something, these guys can't compete with Atletico or Real. Like, just look at how easily Atletico beats Barca and how easily Real beats Barca. And remember how easily Barca used to say what's up to Real and Atletico. Things change. Things change. From your boy Casey, man. Thank you for the dog, man. Casey says, we actually were good, just lacked some experience. Not even final ball. The final shot was missing. Real created one good chance. Stupid errors from us. Look, see, from what people were saying before the game, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. And I did fear for Barcelona. So Barcelona did better than I thought that they would, because I feared for how badly they would have gotten beaten. But you can see that there isn't that real sense of belief. And the key thing is, it is the ideas. Whenever you saw these El Clasico games, during the peak El Clasicos, what you see was Real Madrid knew how to play very economical passes and were very direct, whereas Barca were very creative and very imaginative and put Madrid's defense under a lot of pressure because you had the ideas from Fabregas, Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Dani Alves, just be able to create so much. What you're not seeing is just a lack of that creativity, and there are no ideas. Nobody has any idea what they're doing, and it's very one-dimensional. And that's the key thing. It's very, very one-dimensional, and it's very predictable. Hence why it's very easy to defend. You have Luke with 2 years coming. What's up, then? What are you going to say? Detroit's Rock City, man. What's up, man? So he says, what are the odds that a former Bayern player is scoring? Wait, former Bayern player. Alaba. Bro, look, man, I said again, that was a superb goal. That was an absolutely superb goal and a superb strike. And for a defender to strike the ball like that so cleanly from that angle shows you how good he was. And for me, I still think that, I don't know what the issue was with him and Bayern. Bro, if I'm a manager, Alaba he's too useful to sell, because not only is he a good player, as a manager, you have a guy who I can play this guy on the wing. I can play him left back. I can play him as a DM. I can play him as a central defender. That is gold dust. To have because it's one thing having like a Nacho or a Lucas Vasquez who is a utility. But then there's another thing having a guy like an Alaba who he can do all those many positions, but he's good. So he can play multiple positions and he's actually good as well. So, amen. Thank you, bro. It says, still no big game win, Loman. Laporta, if you don't. Bro, I don't know how this guy is still holding on to his job, man. That's my thing. I have no idea how this guy is still holding on to his job, because Barca, these guys look, as I told you, the key thing, they look completely and utterly out of ideas. completely and totally out of ideas. Like, I don't know how he's still keeping his job because, yes, these guys are missing players, but with some right direction and management, they can maybe say what's up. They can maybe be able to say say what's up, man. Your boy Primera Marama, thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the dub. Says, what class is Luke in the Brick Academy? Oh, and also, basically, I'm also inducting Eric Garcia, but Luke De Jong, let me show where he's right now, man. Luke De Jong, he is currently in I'm pretty sure he's class B. But I might have to pull him out to class A. He's currently class B. Let me just show you right now. He's currently class B. Where are we at? Where are we at? There he is. He's in class B. He's in class B. But bro, as because with what you're saying right now, he might have to get bumped up to class A. Your boy may have to just get bumped up to freaking class A right now, man. Because yeah, man, it's not looking too good for your boy. All right, we are. Junior Koroma again says, Chelsea would never let Liverpool beat them this bad. Hence why they will win the Premier League because they're balanced. Bro, I am not tempting fates. I am not assuming anything. I am just gonna let things roll through. I am not assuming again, I'm assuming nothing. I am assuming nothing. Junior, it ain't over until May 2022. But with what is happening with United, dear Lord in heaven, it looks bad. It looks bad. It looks real bad, man. It looks real bad, man. From Dennis Bourne says, rest in peace, United fans. Bro, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Gigi Bridge says, a big up HH. Ole in. I hope my United fans show up later. No, bro, it's going to be a wild post-match, man. It's going to be a wild-ass post-match, man. But look, man, let me finish this game. So, guys, just final words on this thing, man. Barcelona, it ain't the same. The good days are gone. The glory days are gone. The fear factor is gone. And with where Real Madrid are concerned, Real Madrid were not at their very best, but they didn't. And that's is maybe the saddest thing. Real Madrid do not have to be at their very best. I think for Barcelona, you just have to accept that you have to now lower your expectations now. Because as long as Koeman is at this job, there's only so much that these guys can do. But you have to, if you're a Barca fan, based on just what this team was and what they used to do, you have to be so sad to see just how far that these guys have fallen. But with regards to Real Madrid, man, look, man, Vini Jr., man, is that freaking good one. And I think if Vini Jr. can remain to be, if he can just get some consistency, we don't know what Benzema can do and what the rest of the team can do. But if Ancelotti can get Vinicius Jr. to be consistent, then Real Madrid could be very dangerous, not only in La Liga, but also in the freaking Champions League, man. Guys, we're back. Peace out. Stay true. One love.